photo and a whole set, and the rest are all smudge-free. Besides, she promised Mr. Ulcerbrooks that she'd send him proofs today. So she deletes the image with the blemish, then exports the rest from RAW format to a smaller JPEG size and uploads those to her cloud service. She emails the share link to delvin@screamforicecream.com with a brief note. Hi, Mr. Ulcerbrooks. Let me know which one you like best, and I'll send the full res. Jinx. Then she puts her computer on standby, grabs her camera bag, and heads downstairs. Jinx lives in a 2-bedroom townhouse with her Aunt Helen. It's pretty small, but she doesn't mind because it means there's less space to clean. The downstairs is one big room with a couch and TV in one area and a small dinner table with 4 chairs in another. Off to one side is a kitchen that Jinx only really uses for making breakfast cereal. Occasionally, Aunt Helen will cook them a meal, but Jinx's aunt is a nurse who works a graveyard shift. Right now she's upstairs sleeping, and she probably won't wake up until about 5 p.m. That means Jinx's dinner time is usually her aunt's breakfast time. Not that Jinx needs someone to cook for her. She pretty much has the food situation under control. She pauses at the front door to pull on her black and white checkered high-top Vans and grab her skateboard. When she's ready to leave the house, she rests her hand on the doorknob and taps a quick sequence on it with her bandaged fingertips. Tappity-tappity-tap-tap, tappity-tappity-tap-tap. She nods in satisfaction, opens the door, and heads out into the world. Chapter 2. The Skater. Jinx has grown up her whole life in Greenbelt, Maryland. It was one of the first planned communities in America, built during the Great Depression as a way to spark growth and give people jobs. It's technically a city, but it's also the last stop on the Washington, D.C. Metro, so a lot of people commute from Greenbelt to the nation's capital for work. Even Jinx goes to Smithsonian museums for her school field trips sometimes. She usually stays in Greenbelt, though. It has pretty much anything she needs. She skates past Buddy Attic Park, which has a big man-made lake that was dug entirely by people with shovels. Not because they didn't have better tools back in the 1930s, but because it provided more jobs during a time when a lot of people were unemployed. Past the park, she skates through the church parking lot and down a path next to a huge athletic field, with 3 baseball diamonds and several tennis courts. After all that, she reaches Roosevelt Center, which has the library, the city pool, a co-op grocery store, a few restaurants, a restored 1930s movie theater, and a community center. It also has a skate park, and that's where Jinx is meeting Blaine. Jinx doesn't really consider herself a skater. She can't do many tricks and doesn't go to the park just to skate. For her, a skateboard is a convenient and portable means of travel. A bike would have worked just as well, except they aren't quite as portable. Also, she doesn't have one. The skate park is empty when she arrives. That's not surprising because it's pretty small compared to others in the area. It doesn't have any ramps, rails, or half-pipes. Just 2 cement bowls, one that's shallow for beginners and one that's deeper for more experienced skaters. They look like empty kidney-shaped swimming pools, since before official skate parks existed, that's what skaters used. The skate pools are enclosed in a sturdy iron fence with several "Always Wear a Helmet" signs fixed to it. Of course, Blaine isn't here yet, and she doesn't expect him for at least 10 minutes, because he is never on time for anything. She's considered coming late herself sometimes, either to give him a taste of his own medicine, or just so she doesn't have to wait as long. But she just can't. Even if she's doing it on purpose, and nobody else seems to care, being late stresses her out. It just feels wrong. So she always comes early, and he always comes late. But at last he arrives. Blaine Chen has broad shoulders and black bangs that hang down from under the same faded purple raven's cap that he's had for as long as Jinx can remember. He's about 4 years older than her and already in high school. They used to be neighbors back when Jinx lived with her father, and he's always been sort of a big brother to her. Sometimes he still treats her like a little kid, but it's nice to know that he's always looking out for her. Blaine shows up with another boy who Jinx doesn't know very well. Oscar Eklund is tall and thin, with buzzed blonde hair and a weird penchant for button-down Oxford shirts, even in the humid summer heat. He moved from Sweden a little over